show. It's almost Christmas. It's Tuesday,
It's almost
the
Christmas.
16th of
When's
December.
Christmas? Oh, okay. It's 10.
The little sign over there says 10 days. I think it's closer than that.
I
Maybe
think it's 9 days because today is
today's
the
16th.
16th.
Yeah.
So
So we must have forgot to switch the sign. Here we go. Here we go. This is our my kids put this up every day.
Kill
So
Charlie Brown days till Christmas.
yep. Here it is. But anyway, all right. Well, we're talking watches, Dan.
Oh yeah.
I know that it has come up also with you recently in the I don't know last couple shows, but we're still
Right.
talking about it. Jimmy said that he almost buys a watch all the time.
That's true. I do almost always buy one.
Almost always buy a watch all the time.
He always almost buys
I
watches.
always almost buy a watch. Almost every day.
Hey, can you send me a link to this podcast on my phone?
Yeah. On your phone? Yeah.
You gonna share it with the world?
I'm going to share it with a special guest.
Let me see. Special guest. Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Last minute
here we
entrant.
go.
Someone's gonna join us.
Maybe.
Should I change clothes? Look a little better?
I don't know.
Special guest. I mean, I need to look good for him, right?
I don't.
All right. Dan's like, not that special.
Not that special.
Okay.
Oh man, almost
I'm
went
going to
to
see if I can.
take the cap off again. All right. Whiskey and
Let's see if he
watches.
joins.
Is that what today's episode? Watches and whiskey. Whiskey and watches.
Well, I could talk about whiskey and watches a lot.
Yeah. I can chime in a little bit.
I'm drinking on.
A little more on whiskey, a little less on watches.
This is a still Austin rye cask strength.
How's that?
It's pretty good. It's like 126 proof or something.
This is a Woodford Reserve.
That's a good one.
It is 90.4 proof. So
This
a bit
is
less.
chocolate ice cream bar.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I moved on to Royals cups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got you looking forward to spring training?
Yeah, looking for spring training right around the corner.
You're gonna head down to Surprise and
that's coming up.
Watch them. It always comes sooner than I think. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, "Whoa, they're playing already?"
Yeah, I've never done the Surprise trip, but I think that would be fun.
I do too.
My dentist, every time I go, not every time I go to the dentist, but every time I go to the dentist during that time, he's always like, "Yeah, I'm getting ready to go down to Surprise and go watch the Royals." And he always tells me
Nice.
about it, and it always sounds like a good time, but I've never done it.
Yeah. Should at
Yeah,
some point.
yeah, it'd be fun. It's a good time of year to be in Arizona.
Yeah.
Not to
Cool.
change the subject, but do you ever find it annoying that your dentist talks to you and makes a statement and like, "Ah, ha, ha, ha," you're supposed to like talk like what? What are
Well,
you doing?
I don't like
I
when they
guess.
ask me a question when my mouth is full of all the things. Like you're asking
Oh,
me to give you a response? No.
right. But I wonder
Yeah.
what it'd be like to be a dentist. You got one thing going on, and like you probably talk to every person that day about that thing.
That one
Like
thing.
you probably just like that's what you talk to everybody about for
Do you
like
think
a
there's
month.
like do you think there's dental calendars? So like it's the daily calendar and you go in there and you rip off yesterday's and it has today's uh like dentist
Subject.
chair topic. Yeah.
I
Probably.
mean, it'd probably be worth having one if
Yeah. Have you ever
I gotta
thought
set
of
it. Thought about or
making
considered.
making a daily calendar for dentists?
I mean, that could go for anyone, right?
Never
Dentist,
till just now.
doctors,
Yeah.
anyone that sees like 50 patients a day or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, should do it. I bet AI would help you, Dan.
I think my dentist, they do things a little different. I think they keep a file on you in their system. So
Hmm.
when you come in, like they actually ask you questions about things that you've talked about in the past, like that are some
Yep.
like they'll say, "Hey, have you gone on any trips lately?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to Florida." Like, "Oh, cool. What part of Florida?" "Yeah, I'm going to Bonita Springs." "Cool. Okay, well, enjoy that." And then next time, they're like, "So, didn't you go to Florida at some point?" You're like, "Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I did a few months ago." They're
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
we
how was
talked
that?"
about that.
You're like, "Oh, it was real good."
Like
Yep.
creepy that you
Yeah.
remember that.
Like, there's
I
no
think
way you remember everything about me.
the eye doctor does that too. Do you get that there too? We go to the
Um,
same office, not same doctor.
yeah, no, my doctor doesn't ask me. No, she doesn't ask me those questions. The eye doctor.
She's just like
Yeah.
cough. Wait, I thought you were the eye doctor.
No, my
Man,
doctor, she just always talks about how great and healthy my eyeballs look. Like it's a little weird because
Oh, nice.
every single time she just goes on and on about how healthy and great my eyes look. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, that's good.
Boy, I went to one time and she was the opposite. And she started going on about my eyes and how essentially she said that she could tell by looking at my eyes that I didn't change my contacts often enough.
Nice.
And I kind of chuckled, and that made her mad. And then she started lecturing me, and she was like, "This is not a laughing matter."
Really?
Yeah, yeah, she was actually upset.
Was this the
And
same place or something different in
no,
your?
it was at KU.
Oh.
It was, yeah, yeah. I stopped going to her.
That'll teach her.
I don't think she cares. I think she's okay with it.
Do these your
But
current eye doctor people? Do they ever say anything like that?
no,
Yeah.
she was the only one that ever got onto me like that. I was like, man, do you remember back in the day when uh, they had those hard contacts
Hmm.
and the contacts that you never threw away. Like
I've heard of them. I've never had them.
that's what my mom had. My mom had the hard ones
Yeah.
that were like shaped to your eye.
Oof, that freaks me out.
Dan, you gonna make it there?
I
You got the
just
sneezels?
sneezed twice.
Did you break a
Yeah,
rib?
it looked less than pleasant.
Dentrex, uh, Eaglesoft, Open Dental, and IMD have patient notes and preferences fields that they fill out.
Mm.
Has 3 kids, works construction, likes fishing, vacations in Florida last visit.
Are you looking up my
Prefers no small talk.
Hmm.
His beard gets in the way.
Oh yeah, my dentist. Um, it's she. I haven't been in a while, but when I was going on the regular, it was always funny. She's getting around my mustache.
And it never fails. They like somehow pull one and they like go in to do something. You're like, oh, you're taking part of me with you there.
hmm
Do you
Get it
think
all
when you
wound
go in,
up
do you
in
like
that.
wax it open?
I can't remember. It's been too long since I've gone.
How long's it
I
been?
need. Oh man, it's probably been. Whew, it's probably been 4 years.
Wow. It's maybe time to get back in.
Yeah, I went for a long, long time without going to the dentist. Like, uh, I probably went. Um, I would say I probably went about 20 years and only went to the dentist a couple times in that 20 years because um, once I got hit in the mouth at work and they put a little filler on the edge of my tooth that chipped off. And that might be the only time. I think I went one time. I was down at camp when I used to work down there, and I chipped a tooth, and I think I went that time too. But then we were here in Kansas City and decided to start going, and I was going every 3 months, getting cleaned and stuff, and then got busy and missed one, and then never set it back up.
Yeah.
Now I've moved, so actually, you know what? It's probably been 5 years because we've lived here 5 years, and I don't think I've gone since we were living. No, I have. I've gone once, I think, since we've moved.
That's that's not a lot.
No, it's not.
I assume you don't have any issues with your teeth that you know of.
Nah, nah. Um, boy, that was, huh? Yeah, no, I have. When I was going, that was when I did have one small cavity in my wisdom tooth, in one of my wisdom teeth, and so they were like, yeah, you should probably just get them pulled out. And there he was like, yeah, these lower ones, you really need to get those pulled because of the structure of my jaw in the back. And he's like, and you might as well just pull the top ones too. And I was like, well, why would I pull the top? And he goes, oh, just people just usually get all four of them pulled at the same time when they're gonna get them pulled out. You just
for
get
fun.
all four of them. And I was like, well, what if I don't? He's like, oh, I mean, you don't have to. I was like, well, I mean, is there any what's the pros and cons? He's like, well, pros, just don't have them to deal with, getting cavities or anything back in there. He's like, now, yeah, I'd say cons. Sometimes people uh have sinus infections a lot after they get their top wisdom teeth pulled out. I was like, well, I don't have sinus infections ever now. And you said
You want to up the
there's
risk?
no real reason to pull them out. So I think I'm going to keep the top ones in. Well, yeah, that's fine. You can do that. Like, okay. So I kept the tops.
What
I
about
was
you,
told
Dan?
that a lot of
You
times.
just have your kids do your dental work?
I go to the dentist. I
Oh,
go usually every 6 months or something like that. I had to switch recently because I have what is it, like dental insurance or whatever, and the doctor's office was sold to a Indian guy, and he doesn't take that particular form of insurance anymore. And we're like, well, they're like, yeah, you can still come. You're just out of network. And I was like, I'm not messing with that. Like,
right.
I like, no. And I
Dan,
oftentimes do not think that dental insurance is worth it because I go a long time without any like issues. And then whatever I get done still ends up costing me $300 or $400
Mm.
if I get something done. So I don't, but I say that and then it's like, oh, it's not dental insurance for me. It's dental insurance for me and all the kids and my wife. And as part of it, you get free 6-month checkups, blah, blah, blah. So it's like you're kind of just prepaying for all your 6-month checkups for
Right.
6 people, and you get a better rate on anything you have to have done. But I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and I
in
think they only
Vegas,
did. I think they only did 3 of them, if I remember right. Because 2 of them were coming up through, but they were a lot of times wisdom teeth are not very good teeth. They're not very they're not formed fully like your other molars are. Mine were impacted against the back of my other teeth. They were just like pushing up on the other molars. And I had to go back to work the next day, and we were working like on the ground upside down, and I just remember just like having these gauze packs back in there and just like bleeding out of my mouth off and on all day,
Yuck.
just being absolutely miserable. And they were like, you don't want to go to work tomorrow. I was like, I got to go to work tomorrow. Like, no, yeah. So
Dan was always like, Dan was one of the people that I knew that like went to the dentist what I felt like was a lot. And now obviously I just told you that I went to the dentist about every 15 years back then.
well,
But
so
Dan was one of those dental college guys.
yeah, that
He'd
sucked.
go and let him practice on him
Yeah.
So
so that he'd get cheaper rates.
So I did. So when I got married, I hadn't been to the dentist in a couple years. Actually, when I was a kid, they started using the amalgam instead of silver fillings at some point, and they did a few of those when I was a kid, like maybe like between 12 and 14 or something like that. And they look perfectly fine on top, but if they fail, you can't see it, and your teeth are like failing underneath of them, or they were back then. And so I was like, man, I got married, and like within a couple of years, I was like, man, I just feel like my teeth like don't feel right. And I went to the dentist, and they were like, all of these fillings that you had done when you were a kid are like, your teeth are terrible under these things.
Yeah.
All except for the silver ones. The silver ones, I had a couple of little silver ones, they were fine. And so I went to the dental college, and it was like, the thing is, like, if I'd been making more money at my job, it would not have been worth it to be going to the dental college, because it just took so much time to get stuff done. And I got my one root canal at the dental college, and
In Vegas?
no, that was a gold filling that I no longer have because it fell out, and it was in Portland. I flew out to Portland
okay.
to be the subject for a guy's dental boards, like his, I don't know, dental test or whatever. And that little gold filling got to where it was falling out. I remember it was like in one of these teeth right here, and it would fall out, and I would just stick it back in, and then one morning I woke up and it was gone.
It was real gold?
It was real gold.
You had a gold nugget in your tooth?
Yeah, and
You
I
should have
swallowed
put
it.
that sucker in the safe.
Apparently I swallowed it. Yeah.
And then pooped it out. It's sitting in a septic system somewhere.
Yep. It's probably in, let me think, Belton sewer system somewhere. Yeah. I bet you, if you panned for gold in the sewers in a given city sewer system, you
There'd
probably
be
would come
some.
up with some stuff.
You would come up with some stuff.
Well,
That would be
the
fun.
guest has
Has
not chosen to
declined.
come on, but let me show you what he sent me earlier. Maybe he doesn't. He was iffy about whether he could talk about this publicly.
Oh.
And
Oh no.
so
What happened?
that's some kind of a city or county crew truck. It looks to me like a
Yeah, it's
dumpster
got a dumpster
hook,
hook on
like
there.
something you pull a dumpster with, to
Uh-huh.
me. But he runs high pole. This guy runs high pole, and they came by this location earlier in the day, and they and this other crew were running these huge wide loads, wide truss loads. And he said for some reason they loaded them where there was like 8 feet sticking off the passenger side of these trailers, and there was like 3 feet sticking off the driver's side, because they're these big old long trusses. So
Mm-hmm.
their crew came through, and they were like, you came up over the hill, and it was like these vehicles were just like right on this side of the road, and it was like, hey, you're the call car in the front, and you're going, hey, you've got to get over to the left. There's these trucks sitting on the right side. Well, they buzzed through there, and evidently some other some other wide load that was running for the same company. Like way later in the day, they were like, man, where are those guys? Like when they got to wherever they were going. And they finally got somebody got them on the phone. They're like, yeah, you remember the blah, blah, blah place? And he's like, yeah, that was pretty tight. He's sent him that picture, and they smoked that truck with a wide load.
Was someone
Bummer.
in the
And
truck?
I didn't hear the whole story. I was hoping he would tell the whole story, but he was like, he said he remembered the spot when he saw this picture, that it was tight, and I mean, that's a pretty high speed smackaroo
That
right
looks
there.
violent.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody in the truck. It was just sitting there, and they were working somewhere in the area.
Mm.
Yeah,
Shoot.
crazy. I was like, "Hey, were you responsible for that truck?" He's like, "Nope, not me."
Man,
That crazy.
That one might be totaled for
that's
real.
it might be.
I would say that, but I've seen some videos of these guys over in like Russia and stuff straightening out frames of trucks and things. Have you seen those?
No.
No.
You haven't? Oh
No.
my gosh. You cannot believe the vehicles that they will salvage in places where vehicles are hard to come by. Like mangled frames of vehicles, and they've got these shops where they have all these pulleys and jacks and hydraulic presses, and they're just like, you see like this time lapse of this truck that just looks like it was like wrapped in a ball, and they like bend this truck all back out into shape, weld some extra plates on it, and put it back in commission. I think that thing's it's gonna work out for somebody.
Yeah, man. Just
Gonna be
straighten it back
I
up.
mean,
It's a candidate.
Darcy's dad would buy that and weld an Aerostar
Yeah. Just
body
cut the
onto
top
it right
off
there.
of it. Get
Just
get
cut
a
the
blue
top
one,
off and
a brown
like
one
that.
from somewhere else.
Like,
It'll be
look,
fine.
this area right here is looking like I think it's in pretty good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just a
Oh
Like
few new
this part,
corners,
man.
it'll be good.
see that light? That looks pretty good.
Uh-huh.
And that
Tires
bumper
look
looks
fine.
fine. Tires still has air in it, and the tanks are good.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
there's
see the
just this
steering
one
wheel
little
there.
area that's kind of
Basically, all you
beat
got to
up.
do is pop that cab off and put a new one on. Good to go.
Yeah, I'd say.
Could do that in your garage and over the weekend.
Is that the
Yeah.
radiator? It looks fine.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, that right there is 100% the sentiment. Don't wish for a train wreck, but if one's going to happen, I'd prefer to be standing there watching it.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be crazy to see, though, wouldn't it? Just
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the explosion just of parts and lumber?
well, and then the truck was just like a couple hours behind. Like apparently this truss thing must have been pretty heavy duty because they just went ahead and delivered it. Like,
Oh, it didn't break the truss?
No,
nah.
dude.
I mean, it might be. It might be. I mean, they're going to continue on. It
Have a
didn't
little
like
scuff in it?
the truck that hit that. I'm gonna pull it back up. The truck that hit that kept going on its trip.
Oh, man.
Can you even believe that?
No.
Like, but if you think about it, like it might have shifted his load a little bit, but
No kidding. Goodness.
yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. He said he'd send me a picture of the type of load that it was tomorrow, or maybe
Yeah,
he'll
that
send me a
would
picture of the
be
actual load that hit it. I don't know.
interesting to see what the heck it is.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
That seems like a good thing not to be involved in.
I would be glad to not be the chase car in that one, right there.
Shoot.
Like, because that's your whole job is to make sure that that doesn't happen, right there.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say
No
I needed
good.
to get off my chest earlier when we were starting off? I don't remember what I needed to get off my chest.
It was Well, it was also truck related.
Was it truck
You get
related?
that truck flushed out again?
Uh, Judah, believe it or not, Judah last night did the drain and flush himself.
Nice.
I looked at the pan. It it looks a little better, but not like dramatically better than the last one we did.
Okay.
Should I just say, like, I'll just say what? So my oldest Tundra, the radiator blew the connection between the oil cooler, which is internal to the radiator, and the part that holds antifreeze. They mixed. The engine filled up with a mixture of like strawberry milkshake, radiator fluid, and transmission fluid. And
Ooh.
the transmission did the same. Although I'd say the transmission was more oil still than, even at its worst, it did not have as much radiator fluid
Antifreeze.
in it, antifreeze in
Yeah.
it. So we, on kind of a brutal, like probably the most brutal night we've had this year, wouldn't you say?
It was cold.
It was cold. We took the truck apart and we kind of started running a hose kit that Darcy got through the engine, and we just flushed. It literally looked like we were running like everywhere that the water was pouring out into buckets. It looked like a what do we say it looked like? I'm picturing it. Lava lamp. Like
Mm.
the
Hmm.
water had
Water
these
oil
like
mixture.
big old gloppy oil
Pink.
tumor looking things, pink tumor looking things coming out of it. And we ran, I'd say we ran 100 gallons through the engine or more of water. And it just
Hot
kept
water.
hot water, and it just kept producing oil, 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 oil. Like we did it for, I don't know, at least an hour,
Hours.
don't you think? A minimum of an
More.
hour, maybe more, maybe 2 hours,
Yep.
and just
Hmm.
produced. So then we were committed because our engine is full of water and our temperature was going down. It was going down so fast that it was getting so cold that we were pouring water out of a jug, and it was freezing the opening of the jug over as the
Dang.
water was pouring out of the jug. It was crystallizing and changing. Like you couldn't pour water out of just a jug that had been sitting out there. The water in the jug was super cold, but the water coming out into the atmosphere was freezing at one point. So we did that, and then we drained 6 gallons of transmission fluid, which ain't cheap. 6 gallons of transmission fluid was $150 of transmission fluid to try to get all the transmission fluid out, or all of the contaminated transmission fluid. And apparently there's no time at which there's nothing in a transmission that is like linear.
Mm.
You can't pump it from the pan and the pan be clean oil and pump it through a system and then out.
Right.
It,
As
as soon
dirty.
as you start
Yeah.
pumping it, there are different pumps that are pumping, some of them through the coolant system and some of them through these different
Right.
solenoids and different things. And so like it's it's the reservoir isn't really a reservoir. The part of the transmission is sitting in the reservoir basically. And so it's almost like a no-win situation, because if it took 100 gallons of water to get the radiator relatively clean, 100 gallons of transmission fluid probably wouldn't ever get the transmission completely cleared of
Mm.
all. But
You almost need to do like a transmission change, run it for 100 miles or 20 miles or whatever, and then do another change and do that a few times.
And that's
Yeah.
what we're like, that's what we're literally right in the middle of right now.
Oh,
So after doing the 6 gallons that day, and honestly, Darcy, we may have, like, I've been looking at diagrams, we may have been sort of wasting the fluid that we initially pumped, like the first gallon and a half that we did before we put the pan back, or before we
Because we
started it
weren't running
recirculating.
it.
Because we weren't going to, since it was immediately contaminating the stuff in the pan, we weren't really like making much headway in that time frame when we were running like 1 quart. We might as well just run it and run the quart, or run 2 or 3 quarts out. Well, we couldn't have run 2 or 3 quarts out. We would have always had to do 1 quart if we were running it out. So we ended up, what'd we do, about 3 more times or 4 more times? We ran it for a while, shifted it through all the gears, and then dumped the pan and replenished. And then last night he did it again, and we'll probably do it 3 more times before it's all said and done, because apparently coolant eats clutch plates and things like that that are, you know, inside the transmission and not supposed to be tainted by water or whatever's in, what is that stuff?
Yeah, whatever's in antifreeze.
Whatever's in antifreeze. Is what's in antifreeze the same as what's in Floetrol?
Well,
but how
I
was
don't
the
know.
cantaloupe?
Oh, the cantaloupe? The cantaloupe was good.
Good.
It was good.
I sent you the picture of the cantaloupe. I forgot that.
Yeah, you sent me a video.
Oh man. I told
Guys.
him that sitting there after he got off the call, deciding what random piece of fruit to send him was some of the best fun I've had in a while.
Yeah. So, do either one of you shop for Amazon groceries ever?
No, but apparently we should.
No.
So, I yesterday purchased an Amazon grocery order, and part of that order was milk. I don't know how much milk normally costs in the grocery store because I don't ever pay attention. But I'm guessing it's more than $2 a gallon,
It is.
because that's what I paid for it on Amazon. $2. And they just dropped it off at my front door.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I had to buy it in half-gallon jugs because I clicked on the 1-gallon jug and it said that cannot be delivered to your area. And so I clicked on the
Weird.
half-gallon. I clicked on the half-gallon jug and they were like, "Oh yeah, we can do that."
So you just got 2 of them?
99 cents for a half gallon, so I bought 2 half gallons.
Nice. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Dan. So the other night, Dan, you were, I think you were wanting to bring this back up and try
Are
to
you talking
place
about
some of the
why you were there
blame
helping?
on Dan.
Is that what you're talking about?
Why?
Why you? So I did call Darcy and ask him. Is that what you're talking about? Because I'll talk about it if you want to. So I have this injury, and I was like, I cannot go laying on a creeper and go in an engine compartment, and I can't just be telling Judah, who's never worked on a vehicle, do this, do that, when I don't even know exactly what the plan is going to be. So I called Darcy and I was like, hey, here's the thing. And he did a little bit of research over the couple days, because you haven't ever done that before either, right? Drop the
I'm
oil
not.
pan or transmission pan. I mean, it's not
I've
a,
pulled transmission pans and like replaced filters and stuff, but I haven't had to rinse them.
yeah, like it's not, as a car maintenance thing, it's not a super complex process by any means. It's
It's
just
just
a
time
laborious task to
consuming.
make sure your transmission doesn't run out of fuel oil and the pump burn up or something like that. Well, so I called him, he agreed to come help. And then about halfway into working on it, we got to talking about with Judah about working on vehicles and this, that, and the other. And somehow the conversation came around to Bitcoin and the fact that it was you and Darcy that harassed me relentlessly about the idea of buying
I don't know about
this
relentlessly.
this nonsense, stupid. And I was trying to explain Bitcoin, and I was going to spend like $1,000 on Bitcoin or something. And I think I was going to get like 12 if I sent the money to my brother. And because that was the price point that they were at. They were pretty high for then. And
$1,000 for 12.
yeah. And because when I found out about them, they were like $18 or $15 or something. It was like nothing, but you could hardly get them too. Nobody knew how to get them.
Still don't.
But the reality came to be that Darcy was there helping us, because although he doesn't feel bad that I don't drive new vehicles because of him,
Right.
he does feel responsible. He doesn't feel bad. He still thinks that I'm the idiot for taking financial advice from you guys, but he does feel responsible. Is that an accurate way of saying it, Darcy?
Well, I guess I could maybe like feel seems like a strong word.
Feel? So you're saying I am responsible, though I feel nothing. Is that what you're saying?
That's probably more accurate. Yeah.
I'll accept that I am responsible. I feel nothing.
Yeah.
So, but in
They
the
could all
future,
be
when
rolling in brandy new cars down there.
so in the future, whenever I do make a good financial decision and I don't run it by you, you'll feel equally responsible. And
Yeah.
because you told me not to ask you financial advice. Is that the way
Right.
it
Yeah.
works?
And you
Like
will
that too
you
would,
will be. Yeah.
yep,
I again will be responsible for your good fortune then at that
for
point
my good
probably.
fortune,
Yeah.
because you told me not to listen to you.
That might be the best advice.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
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 That all sounds good.
Yep.
So you obviously, Dan, you're still hurting a little, but you look like you're doing much better. How's the healing going?
So the healing is, I think it's going fine. I do. So Darcy probably doesn't know this story. So we worked on the truck, and I think I got in the house about midnight, maybe a little after when you left. And dude, during that really cold, like your body, like you not shivering, but your body kind of tenses up, and this would just be aching, like real bad during the process of this thing. Like if I laid down on the creeper, I had to just put my arms out and have Judah or Darcy like stand me up because I couldn't like roll over off of the creeper. And I definitely like pushed it. I mean, we weren't like, a normal person wouldn't be like, oh, you were pushing it too hard. But like for how my ribs were feeling, I was pushing it a little hard that day. So at midnight, I took one of my muscle relaxers, and then I had to get up at about 1:15 because I forgot that I needed to cancel something that was going to auto bill on my credit card. My wife texted me at some point, and I read it and was like, I need to just go cancel that. So I got up and I was like, this is still kind of nagging pain. So I took a second one, which according to my doctor is fine, because in all of the times that I've taken the one that I've been taking, it hasn't been like, I don't feel like overly drowsy or anything like that taking one. It's just like I can tell that like I can stretch out easier and things are a lot more limber after taking it, like maybe an hour to 2 hours after taking it. Well, I took a second one, and Sunday morning I woke up and my ears were ringing like so loud. Like I slept great. I slept like a baby. And then when I woke up, my ears were ringing like bad. And I looked it up, and apparently, if you have tinnitus, it is a rare but known side effect of this drug to, because
Amplify
it's
it.
a muscle. Yeah, it'll make it real bad if you already have tinnitus. It can if you have like too much of it in your system. So Sunday I was like, my goodness, this is like you know the like do you have any tinnitus, either of you guys, at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe.
Just like you ever have where you're just like going along minding your own business, and then you'll just hear like a ping, and it'll just be like whoa, and you're like and takes a while. It was like the right at the ping for like hours.
Dang.
It was loud. And I so anyway, so that night I went totally cold turkey. I didn't take any ibuprofen, no Tylenol, no muscle relaxer, nothing. From probably noon that day till the next morning. I was pretty sore on Monday morning. Surprisingly sore on Monday morning. But like not like can't move through it sore, just like pretty sore. And then when I just sneezed a couple of times, that hurt kind of bad. But generally, doing, I think, pretty good. Like, I went back on the ibuprofen.
Good. Nice.
I did a window job today. I installed, well, Judah and I got my son who's in high school to take off half a day from school and help me install windows today.
Nice.
We installed 7 windows in 2.5 hours, I think.
Like complete tear out, install, trim, everything.
Everything.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. They were all exactly the same size. They were all on the ground level of a rental house that is getting renovated. And so we didn't have to do interior trim because they were going to redo all of the interior trim. So we demoed the old windows,
Nice.
installed the new, did our foam, and then finished the outsides of them, caulked them all in and everything. So there's probably one less process than most, window installs, because we didn't have to do the interior trim. But honestly, I was even shocked at how quick. I mean, I was thinking he was going to help me get them installed, and then I was going to be around there dinking around, caulking them and finishing them. And we had them all the way done before he even had to leave. He had to go to his next thing at like 10:30.
Dang,
So yeah,
that's pretty good.
Nice.
yeah. And there was a
That's
couple
real
times
good.
that I was yanking on windows, and I was like, I'm gonna have you do this, because I would like pulling on something and making a swift jerking motion was hurting me. But yeah, no, they, they were they were pretty good, and I was a little bit worried because the next door neighbor is a dude, super nice guy. But if I tell you a couple of this guy's stories, you know the guy that I'm talking about if you've been around people at all. Yeah, whenever she died, the lady who lived in this apartment, man, she told me that I could have her car. The alternator was out on it, and I was just gonna fix it, but when she died, her house was just full of stuff, and she never did find the title for me. And so, her friends came and just kind of pillaged through the house. And like one day I just see them just hauling off that car, and man, I'll tell you what, that was a pretty big disappointment to me, because, I was going to move back to Arkansas with my son, but, that and that car would have done it. That would have been it. But, I it's a disappointment, but you know, like it's a tough break, man. Like I could have fixed that up, and I'd have been able to move down to Arkansas, and things would have been like, things would be different now. But I mean, you just got to roll with the punches, man. You got to roll with the punches.
Uh,
I, what? Wait, what? You know that guy?
Yeah,
You
I've
know
heard of
that?
them.
You know that guy? And every time that I was there, he would just come out, and he's on disability, so he's there 100% of the time. And he'd tell me about his back. And he'd tell me
Maybe you
about that
should give him a
car.
car so he can move to Arkansas.
Maybe the crazy thing is today he started up his truck and he drove off while I was there. And I was like, what? What?
it
Why not just put your
Arkansas
stuff in the
takes
bed of your,
two vehicles.
why don't you just put everything in the bed of your truck and go? Um, so yeah, there's that. But I these the other thing that these apartments, I told Darcy about this. They're they're duplexes. They're one bedroom duplexes. They're 20 by 24 per side. 20 by 24 per side. So they're 1,000 feet for a duplex, a total of 1,000 feet. They're like Darcy's old house divided into two duplexes, bringing like 950 a month.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, while I think that's crazy, I'm also like, man, maybe I should build some little one bedroom duplexes, because I mean these things wouldn't even need, like, you could put a mini split on these things and they would be like fine. The kitchens are literally like this wide,
Right.
like they're like one little wall of kitchen with a refrigerator over here. I mean, like, I I don't know, dude. Like, I
One
think
level?
these are one level. Yeah. Like somebody's making some bank. Like there's no way that you would get, like, you think about like a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom house. You're not getting 3 times that much money for a
Right.
3 bedroom, 1 bathroom house. Like those little apartments are like, I would think, kind of where it's at if there's enough renters out there wanting a 1 bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And the neighbor dude's been there for 7 or 9
Do they
years.
have a garage?
Nah,
Dang.
no. They've got a front door and a back door. And the back door goes out through the bedroom into the back
Those are
parking
some
lot.
nice options.
Like,
And they must be older because you're replacing the windows in them.
they're old. These suckers are old.
And they're getting $1,000 a month.
Well, they're saying they're trying to get over $1,000 a month once they renovate this one. They're plaster walls. How old is that?
50s.
50s.
50s. They're plaster walls on a crawl space.
Oof.
Yeah,
And what town?
Belton.
Dang.
But dude, I think I could straight up build the building for like 80 grand.
Yeah.
Like if I had a lot. I think I could build a fourplex of houses this size for like $150,000.
And have it paid for in 2 years.
Oh man. Like you could probably build something like this if it really would rent for $950 a month each. Let's just use 1,000. Let's say that you got a little you spent 150 grand building something that was automatically worth 200 grand or 250 grand. And then you turn around and made 4,000 a month for the year on that thing. And then you rented it out for like the first 10 years or something. And right about 10 years, you're going to start doing maintenance on it, you know?
Yep.
And then you sell it, you get out of it and sell it to somebody else who wants to do maintenance on an older property.
And build another one.
Go build another one. Like, I don't know, but like, I don't
You
know.
might be onto something there. That might be your next business.
Dan,
Yeah,
I say,
I'm listening.
I say do it.
Don't listen to Darcy.
Don't listen to Darcy.
Not
Don't
listen
say
to
to
Darcy.
do it, Darcy. Don't say do it. Don't say anything. The only thing is, like, do you manage your folks' rental stuff, kind of?
I only do the maintenance. I don't do
Oh.
the finding people to rent it.
Mm.
I only do that for my one.
I have another guy that I know that rents a triplex, and his triplex is an old downtown house where they've made a walkway up to the second floor. So it's the main floor, the second floor, and the garage is a triplex.
It's one house that's three apartments.
One house that's 3 little apartments. And he gets people, he's like, it's a good moneymaker. People like it. People like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if maybe people, like, is there just like a category of person that doesn't want to go to an apartment because there's going to be rules? Or like, because this is a weird little setup. Like, I would think that people would be irritated about the parking at his little triplex.
You're limited on who you can rent to. I mean, you can really only rent to single people or couples with no kids.
Yeah, with no kids. For a
who are young.
Or some old fart that's just wants to live on his own or something.
Has a disability check. I mean, the lady that was in this apartment that we're renovating was there for 12 years. This dude's been there for like either 7 or 9 years. And the dude had 150 complaints about the place.
Yeah.
But you know, if he had just been given
But
that
never
car,
moved back to Arkansas.
right, never moved back to Arkansas. If he had just been given that car, everything would be different. You know.
Well, he was
Straight
given
up.
that car.
He was, but they
And it was
just
stole
hauled it
from
off.
him.
Yeah. And also, you know, she had these like some kind of lizards or something, and I forget what they're called, but you know, she had these lizards, and like her friends came and got them because you know they were going to starve. But then like I saw them on Facebook Marketplace, and they were selling them for money. You know, so I mean, like, okay, yeah. Then
So I mean, like, I could have sold them for
she
money.
she might have oughta gave them to me. Yeah, I don't know. I it's not the one thing about these two was these both his and hers, the lady who passed away, smoked in for maybe the entire time since the 50s. Like so much smoke that you can see where the pictures were
Oh
hanging
yeah.
on the walls.
That's
But
helpful for the next
yeah,
person who wants
real
to hang
helpful for
some
the next
art.
person. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know
You don't
exactly
have
where to
to.
hang
You
the
don't have
picture.
to measure. Nah. You're like,
Like
oh,
that part of it.
look, the couch goes there, and the picture goes over top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like Belton, they just built. They're doing the same thing up in Liberty. They built some massive apartment complexes in Belton
Yeah.
lately. And I mean, I don't want to be a apartment complex manager, but like, I wouldn't have thought that many people wanted to live in apartments.
Yeah,
But
I
they
think
do.
it's
apparently,
easy.
yeah,
They're just
I
always available. Where homes and nicer areas, they're not just nothing available.
yeah. You think people think of a duplex as a home more so than an apartment, or what do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say probably more so than an apartment because there's a yard, but
This one doesn't even have yards. The
really,
whole back is the parking, and the front is the street.
Mm.
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I don't
not
know.
my style.
The one thing I would say is I owned that fourplex in Kansas City for just a minute while I was rehabbing it. And it was $80 a month for the dues to the like yard maintenance and stuff. So I never had to mow it or anything like that. I did find that to be kind of a nice perk of owning. I was like, this this fourplex deal might not be that bad of a deal if you just, don't spend a lot of time at home, don't like it wasn't big enough to like entertain, like have people over to and or anything. But like if you didn't have much going on at home, it would have been a pretty nice little pad to like kind of have a house, but kind of not really have to worry about it at all.
Hmm.
Like lock the door when you go away and nothing.
I
I
think
could
that
see a time in life
I
whenever
think
it
I
would be
counseled you to
convenient.
keep that, Dan.
Did
You
you?
already you already were heeding my future warnings.
I didn't want to own a rental up there. It wasn't a terrible area, but it was, I don't know. I just didn't, I wasn't about it. One of the things that was crazy about it was like, I had to work on the HVAC. The HVAC lines ran through the neighbor's walls.
No way.
Hmm.
Yeah. I was like, man, it just seems like a terrible thing to,
Yeah, that's a piss poor design.
like, why did they do it this way? But maybe they never intended for them to be split up, you know? So,
I
I don't
think
know.
you could probably design something
Better?
way better. I mean,
I
doing a
would think.
duplex or a fourplex and build it relatively cheap and rent those apartments for 1,000, 1,200 bucks a month.
Yeah. That might need to be my next big project. Cause I mean, that's some that's kind of some serious cash flow. And you build the equity right into it right off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't try to build that by myself like I've done my house, but I mean, Yeah. Hey, Darcy, you said that you wanted to make this one a short one.
Yeah, I think we've been. My eyes are getting droopy. Yep. Did you have anything else you wanted to get in before we close her down?
I'm good.
We
I
haven't
don't
got
think
any. We haven't gotten
No
any
listeners.
comments from our
No comments.
viewers.
No.
So we can't go to the comment section and address any of that.
Bummer. Is it
But probably
glycol?
next time. Glycol, that's what's in antifreeze.
Oh, I guess Floetrol is not glycol, although there are some that have glycol in them.
Okay.
Some paint
All right.
paint thinners. All right.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
not your average guys.
Back to it then.
Back to it then. Peace out.
Later.
Drink whiskey and buy watches.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we never
And
really
then-
got into that, did we?
Yeah, no, we didn't.
We'll do that another
Then
time.
message us about them
Okay.
next time.
Or message them about the Chiefs. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, we could talk about the Chiefs too. Yeah, next week
Next week.
on the Not Your Average Guys podcast, we might talk about the Chiefs.
Or watch
Although
it.
Jimmy's moved to the Royals, so there's that.
All right.
All right. Out.